Hiya, Jimmy.
Hi, old timer.
Say.
Just give me the drink, will you?
You bet your life, Jimmy.
The bartender is not at all alarmed of Jimmy Ringo, an armed, dangerous, wanted outlaw, stepping right into his saloon.
Who?
Jimmy Ringo.
Well, what do you know?
Dirty little coward wants to kill the infamous outlaw cliche.
You don't look so tough to me.
Well, if he ain't so tough, there's been an awful lot of sudden natural deaths in his vicinity.
Random civilian would be good at Blockhead Sins.
What's wrong with that?
I'm telling you, Eddie, I wouldn't do it if I was you.
Hey, Chuck. How about a little service down here? That's if Mr. Frazzlebottom or whatever his name is don't object.
Mr. Fresno Bottom.
Eddie, don't you know who this is?
You mean it ain't Mr. Frazzlebottom?
It's Jimmy Ringo, Eddie.
Well, it looks like Mr. Frazzlebottom to me. How about a drink, Mr. Frazzlebottom?
No, thanks.
How's that, Mr. Frazzlebottom?
Eddie, please.
Please, what? I asked the man to have a drink with me. What's wrong with that? How about it, Mr. Frazzlebottom?
Okay, partner.
I knew Mr. Frazzlebottom wasn't going to pass up a free one.
The Mr. Fresno Bottom line is so annoying that this kid is going to get what he deserves in a few minutes.
Don't you understand, Eddie? This is Jimmy Ringo.
All right, so it's Jimmy Ringo. So what's everybody supposed to do, fall on their knees?
No, but you could try to stop asking for your death.
What are you trying to do, show off in front of your friends?
Are you ready to back up that remark or not?
Eddie don't mean no real harm, Mr. Ringo.
Then let Eddie keep his big, ugly nose out of my business if he don't want to get it slapped.
20 god-darn witnesses in the saloon, and the three brothers of Eddie still hunt down Jimmy Ringo. Did they not ask the 20-something witnesses about how the event occurred? It is so obviously self-defense.
We're gonna get you yet.
Yeah, I know. I heard that before, too.
You had no right to throw down on a boy like Eddie.
What was I supposed to do? Just stand there and let that little boy shoot me full of holes? Now, come on, get out of here.
Jimmy Ringo would be absolutely excellent at Blockhead Sins.
Marshal Mark Streck. Well, that ain't a good one. But I'm glad for you, Mark. Mighty glad.
Thanks. But I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to move on.
Why? I ain't wanted for anything around here, am I?
Ringo fails to realize that you can be arrested for a crime that you committed in another town or a whole other county otherwise.
Carlo,
Hello, Mr. Marr.
where are all you girls going this time of day?
We got a holiday. None of the boys came to school this morning, so Miss Walsh said we could go, too.
You mean all the boys played hooky?
Yes, sir. We went downtown to see that bad man, that Jimmy Ringo that's down there. Come on, Carlo, come on.
The mere presence of an outlaw is enough for the school children to receive a holiday.
Come on, now get off.
Children.
Stay away, please. Don't come back. Stay away.
Get on his back. Try to
Mac does not return fire with another small ball. Also, how in tarnation is there snow in Arizona?
And pray, how long is a murderer supposed to be entertained in Cayenne? How much are these potatoes?
8 cents a peck. 2 for 15.
You will never ever hear prices like that ever again. Thanks, inflation.
What'd you forget?
Jimmy Ringo's in the Palace Bar. And when he comes out, he's going to get this right in the face.
Jerry is ready to straight up murder Jimmy Ringo, despite not knowing if it was in fact Ringo that killed his son.
Up there at the Palace Bar. No? Yeah, we just left him there. What does he look like?
He looks mighty average to be such a big man.
About as big as they come, I guess.
How many hands has he got?
Well, I never counted him, to tell you the truth.
Oh, he's got 2 hands, just like anybody else. And some of these days, somebody's gonna make a big name for himself by proving that's all he's got.
Hunt is getting a haircut and won't stop moving his goddarn head.
Are you?
Well, I ain't leaving town if that's what you mean.
Marshall wants to see you, Hunt. Didn't you get the message?
Yeah, I got it. I'll see him when I get the time.
He says now.
Looks like everybody's drawn behind your back these days.
All the smart ones. Come on down to Marshall's office.
Well, Hunt, you shouldn't be surprised, because Deputy Marshal Charlie is in fact a law enforcement officer, so of course he's not worried about having gun duels that are fair.
I'm Charlie Norris, Mr. Ringo. Mark Strett's deputy. Mark wants me to sit shotgun on the front door.
With what?
I didn't bring it in with me because I didn't want you to get the wrong idea.
Who is he?
Yeah, he's the deputy, like he says.
Does Ringo not remember when Deputy Charlie was in the saloon earlier with Marshal Streb? Perhaps he has short-term memory loss.
Where are you going?
I can't stand this waiting any longer. I'm gonna take a look around outside.
All right, but I gotta stay with you know?
How much you get paid for this job?
$60 a month. Why?
Well, it ain't enough.
What happened?
There's a fellow with a gun in one of them windows across the street. I hadn't seen the sun flash out. You might have got it, too.
Which window?
Stay away from the door. You wait here.
But you ain't supposed to leave here, Mr. Ringo.
I gotta get the gun away from that fella. He's liable to mess up this whole business.
Deputy Charlie does not go with Ringo to stop the armed threat, despite being a trained law enforcement officer.
What do you intend to do about the man?
Nothing, ma'am.
You're going to allow him to sit right there in that saloon as long as he pleases, demoralizing the whole town?
Well, the trouble so far ain't been him demoralizing the town. It's the town demoralizing him.
Marshal Mark Streb would be good at Blockhead Sins.
Till, say, 10:30. If he ain't gone by then let the marshal go to work on him.
Shoot him down like a dog.
Exactly, ma'am.
That sounds very sensible. What do you say, ladies?
Oh, that's the gentleman's right
Oh,
side.
well, then that's the way we'll have it, Marshal. Thank you very much. That's a very reasonable, intelligent idea.
Don't thank me, ma'am. Thank Mr. Ringo.
Oh, but of course. Thank you very much, Mr. Ringo. Mr. Ringo! Oh, ladies, please, come on.
Ringo's entire problem in this story has been that he gets recognized by everyone. But conveniently, he was not recognized by one lady in that entire mob. Conveniently, I suppose.
Goodbye, son.
Bye, Mr. Ringo. I hope I see you again sometime.
Oh, what about next year?
Will you really?
You'll be watching for me a year from today.
Failed promises to your own son.
That's all right, partner.
Looks like you're gonna make it after all.
See, Sam?
Yeah, that's two of them. I told you fellas you was wasting your time. Much obliged, Charlie. If I was you, I'd hit Mark for a raise. So long, fellas.
How about it, Ringo?
Robert Ford syndrome.
Hunt Bromley got Ringo.
Hunt Bromley got Ringo.
No. No, Jimmy. Please, no.
Hear that? Hunt Bromley shot Ringo.
Got him. Please, no. Please.
Random guy who is many footsteps away from the scene somehow hears exactly what happened and mentions it right to Ringo's wife. Potential wife.
Seen it, Jimmy. You don't have to say anything like that. I seen who drew first.
You heard what I said, Mark. I drew first. Now, don't argue with me. I know what I'm doing.
You don't have to do me no favors, Pappy.
Keep your mouth shut.
Sin removed for Hunt getting what he deserves.
If I was doing you a favor, I'd let him hang you right now and get it all over with. But I don't want you to get off that light. I want you to go on being a big, tough gunny. I want you to see what it means to have to live like a big, tough gunny. So don't thank me yet, partner. You'll see what I mean.
Jimmy Ringo's final words are worthy of a 5-sin removal.
Now you look here. Don't say anything, Hunt. Don't talk to me. Don't say one word to me.
You can't.
Don't talk to me, I tell you, or I'll kill you if you do. You understand?
Ringo's fixed you good. You're gonna get it exactly like you give it to him. But it ain't gonna be his, sonny. Not in my territory. So get going now. Get killed somewhere else. And that's just the beginning, tough boy.
Now, I love this movie, but this cliffhanger ending is the worst. They definitely should have made a Gunfighter 2.